Hello everyone. So I'm kind of calmed down some. I'm not going to say I'm feeling a little better, but I'll just say I've calmed down some. So that guy is gone. He just left. And I'm glad it's supposed to be a little bit warmer today and the next few days. But it's supposed to rain tomorrow, and then according to Google, supposed to rain Friday through Monday, and then Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, whatever, and Wednesday, it's supposed to be really cold. And I can't go to that. I'm, set up and wrongfully banned from that cold weather shelter. And now, up until when's the 3rd? I guess next Tuesday or next Wednesday, I think is the 3rd. And let's see, hold on. The 27th is Friday. 8th, Saturday, 9/30 is Monday, is the 30th. So that means December 3rd is way next Thursday. And I only got $27 and something in the bank, and then like $2 and some change in physical money. And I really hate having to panhandle and having to ask for money. Today I wanted to work on my books, my ebooks, but that guy pretty much threw me off, and I watched a few YouTube videos. My right ankle, I can feel it swollen and full of fluid, and kind of hurts. Yeah, I wanted to, I was able to get maybe about 6 hours of sleep, but not 6 straight hours. And it was it was very cold. And so I was supposed to do laundry today, but I don't know when my next bath or shower will get to be. Maybe I should do something crazy and wait till it's raining, pouring cats and dogs, and freaking take a shower in the rain, but then I go to jail. I'm not going to do anything crazy like that, but I don't know when my next bath or shower will get to be. I was hoping that I could have help with a hotel or a motel room for the next, even if it's just for Thanksgiving and the day after, even if it's just for 2 days. But it would be better if I could have help for a whole week with the discounted hotel. But I don't even know what people can pull together offering help, like $400 for a hotel or motel room for a week. And that might be considered asking for too much, but I won't have any place to exist, to be. Everything, for Thanksgiving, everything is closed. And so I don't know where to go. No place to really use the bathroom, no place to charge my phone. And now my data on my phone, the limit is 35 gigabytes, but the data on my phone is at 29 gigabytes and something. I don't remember, but it's like over 29 gigabytes right now. And I was trying to be frugal and trying to stretch it and save it. But there have been moments where, you know, the perps want to keep me filming. They want to manipulate me into keep filming and use up all my data. And when I do try to use Wi-Fi, like this morning, they try to lie and say no internet. When I try to expose what they're doing, they remotely shut my phone off, trying to control my phone. And how am I supposed to ignore that, you know? So I'm going to talk about what happened yesterday. Yesterday, well, I already told y'all, you know, well, they had the homeless, like when I first woke up, you know, I got my stuff, they had the homeless couple, the homeless two guys on a bike. One of them had harassed me before, and they did direct a conversation at me, and I had just missed it, because, you know, when I just was pointing out to who it was who did that, because, of course, you know, when I put them on film, they got, you know, they were rode away too far, you know, so one of them, like, talking about somebody being a good writer or something, and I don't remember exactly what they said, but and so then the black homeless perp said, yeah, because I got 3 poems published. I'm like, what the hell are y'all perping for? And y'all all homeless. Like, what good is it selling your soul and you're still homeless? You know, you're still homeless on the streets and dirty. I'm dirty by no choice of my own. I mean, no choice and no fault of my own. So, then, you know, I talked about and put videos up about the new bus driver from New Orleans, what he did. Oh, it's too much distraction and noise. Hold up. They're doing this evil, they're doing that on purpose. Doesn't look like I can hold this phone up. It's trying to fall. Okay. So, my phone battery is almost dying. I mean, not my phone, my MP3 player battery is almost dying. So I went to my storage unit and got my favorite color, purple, another pair of earbuds, and I got, and now my phone, the cord is acting back to normal. The phone cord is acting back to normal. So I'm glad I was able to charge my phone. And so, well, yesterday the bus driver, the first bus driver, hold up. That's senseless to have so many loud trucks. These loud pickup trucks are used to, they're manufactured to appeal to narcissistic egos. Loud cars like Corvette and Ford Mustang and stuff. I hate Dodge Charger. I hate those kinds of cars anyway. So, I'm cold in here. And, well, they had the black male bus driver. You know how some black people, the ignorant ones, not the civilized ones, how they like to do stuff like lollygag and wait around and play around and wait till, or they drive slow on purpose. Well, some white people drive slow too, a lot of them. But the black elderly bus driver, he wasn't that old, but he looked like he could have been about in his 60s. And he was I rode the bus with him before. He never really drove slow like that. But what he did was, after I had the incident at the beach, yeah, I put that on film, so I don't need to talk about it now. And so the bus driver was driving slow the whole way, so much that, and he would leave late too. And so the first bus driver earlier, he drove like normal. And then we waited almost an hour and had like a nice long break at Tiger Point Community Center or whatever when we waited there. So this guy drove so slow that like he was this ignorant old black bus driver was sitting there just, because usually the Pensacola bus drivers drive kind of fast and some of them speed. But this motherfucker right here drove real slow. And then when we got to Tiger Point, I guess I didn't even have enough time to go and grab something to eat for lunch. And my phone was lower than 40%, and it wasn't charging at the beach at all. So I had to come to a certain place downtown after 3:30 or something. No, it was after 3 o'clock, and I was able to charge my phone downtown. So I don't know why. Well, I think it is about that time that my phone is starting to act a little, because I had it for longer than I expected. I didn't realize I had it for almost 5 months or something. So then, even after we left Tiger Point, the bus driver drove really slow the whole way. So I saw the buses at the station. I said, "Am I going to be able to make the 52?" And because then I didn't notice that he it was 2:03 before it was like 2:05 by the time he actually pulled in. But before he pulled in, he ignored me on purpose when I asked, am I gonna make the 52? And he ignored me on purpose. Because I thought we were going to make it because the bus was supposed to be scheduled to be... I mean, I know they can probably be a little late, but usually when the bus drivers come from the beach, they usually ask you, and he didn't ask, but usually they ask you if you need any bus from the station to wait for you and which buses you need. But I was trying to ask him, and the 52 was still there. But then by the time he pulled in, all the buses were gone at the same time. So I'm like, you evil bastard. So then, they had a white man. He was nice and came on the bus and said hi. And he pulled out like a lot of money, like a wad of cash. Like I think as a way, smear it in my face, smear his so-called riches in my face. But I got off the bus, and all the buses, a lot of the buses had left except 3 or 4 buses. So then I went to the bus driver who was driving Route 55. That's the one that had the guy who was in my way, who was smoking and just standing there with the cigarette aimed at my nose. And I filmed him doing that, and I was like, move out my way, Well, first I was trying to be polite about it. He was trying to ignore me, and he would not move out my way. And then the black bus driver said with an attitude, "What you want?" But I don't even think he heard me tell the other guy, move out my way. But the black bus driver was like, "What you want?" And I was already irritated by what happened. And plus, irritated at missing my connection. Because my plan was to go on go to the mall and go get another phone cord, but they didn't want me to do that. They were trying to set me up or something. So then I told the bus driver, you don't have to be rude. And I called him an asshole to his face. Me and him had like a small argument. He tried to say, I'm not getting attitude. I'm not getting rude with you. I said, yes, you are. And I called him an asshole to his face. So then I went inside. Oh, and another thing, the bus driver that drive Route 55, he lied and said, oh, you missed the 52 right there. And I'm like, the 52 doesn't even stop right there. That's the 51 in Route 50 that's right there. That's not the, and he tried to argue me. But you know damn well you're a bus driver. So if you're a bus driver, you know exactly where the stops are. The 52 was on the other side, not on the side that's like right in front of him. So me and him got into an argument. He was trying to, you know, he must have really thought I was stupid. So he definitely was a ghetto Masonic sellout perp. And the majority of ECAT, Pensacola bus driver, about at least 80% of them are Masonic sellout. I don't know about Masonic, but they all sellout perps. At least 80%. That's a freaking high number for such a small bus company. That's why they didn't hire me for the bus cleaning job, to be a bus cleaner. And I could have worked overnight and worked full time to clean the buses. They didn't hire me for that. So then after that, they had that lady. I didn't even realize this, that Jennifer lady. Her name is Jennifer McInnis. And that's the lady who I talked about last week, who was rude on the phone about me trying to ask for help about going to the beach. And I saw her, I just knew her name was Jennifer. And I thought she was a young girl on the phone, but I didn't realize she was kind of, she sounded young on the phone. But she's a kind of old lady. She'll look like she's in her late 50s or early 60s. I think she'll look like she's in her early 60s. And she had like somewhat of a like Jerry Curl kind of hairstyle that was kind of redhead, kind of not naturally, but I think it was dyed redhead, you know. And she was helping another girl, and I was all in a panic and freaking out about missing the bus because I was trying to get to the mall to get another phone cord. So then I was going to go to the mall anyway because this library ain't open on Mondays and Sundays. So then the moment I approached her, before I could say anything, I just said, excuse me. Then she yelled at me and said, wait a minute, you trying to make me be rude to this lady right here. I'm trying to help her and this and that, whatever. And I said, wait a minute, hold on. I didn't even say anything, but I just have one quick, simple question. And she's like, hold on, let me help her first. And then the other girl was like, well, it's okay, you can help her. So I'm glad and thankful she was generous enough to help me. And so then Jennifer went inside the office, and I told her what happened. And she tried to justify why the bus driver had to quote-unquote drive slow. Please, ask Bridget Lowry and Javon Dees and some of the other boys. Javon Dees, he been driving slow lately. But any other time, he would recklessly speed everywhere. And some other bus drivers, they would speed everywhere. Like fake, crusty, crazy Ernest Simmons, the guy who likes to sexually assault people, and he's a perp too. I haven't seen him since he sexually assaulted me on August 24th. And no, I think it was August 24th, and then that was the first time. Then it was another time, but you know, I can't report anything because of situations like, you know, when I report bus drivers and their corruption, you know, they always get the Jennifer McInnis bitch. She's just she act like she thinks she owns. Well, a lot of them act like they think they own the company and act like they think they're the CEO or think they got high position. But your ass is just a customer service worker, and she doesn't even treat people with respect. I mean, and so she's the type of person who get an attitude with you and then gaslight you and reverse it on you and say you had an attitude with her. And then she'll like be rude and nasty and get an attitude and try to manipulate you and gaslight you, try to manipulate you. She's the type of person who will set you up to get locked up. A black Masonic sellout who to act like she delusionally believes she's better than perfect. And she's the type of person who will try to set you up to get locked up in a mental institution or set you up to get arrested. You know, and So I had to be careful with that Jennifer lady, or So what she did was, she said, "Oh, it was your responsibility. You should have told him something in advance, ahead of time." I said, "I did." She's like, "No, you didn't." And so she tried to tell me that, "Oh, it's safety precautions. The bus drivers have to drive real slow." I'm like, whatever. But it's like they're taking advantage of, forcing me to wait 2 hours and don't give a fuck. And so she told me flat out, you should have told him something ahead of time. So no, we're not going to get another bus for you. And you're going to I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait until 4 o'clock. You're going to have to wait 2 hours. And I cussed her out. And she's like, "Have a nice day, ma'am. Thank you." And I got mad and walked out. And I had to pee really bad. And I wasn't going to use their filthy, nasty ass bathrooms. So then I went and freaking took the 45 towards downtown, and got off the bus. And I was talking to a targeted friend on the phone, So I went to use the bathroom and at this place, and was able to test charge my phone, and my phone was able to charge like normal. Then because I only can afford the cheap the cheap phones, like the second to cheapest or the cheapest phone. That's all I can afford. That's why I end up having to get another phone every 6 months. So then I went to that fake Everman place. I didn't even want to go there, but I was able to charge my phone and eat there. And then I went to my sleep spot and I did videos on what happened. And then this morning I was supposed to do laundry, but I didn't. But I'm glad that when I got my breakfast and when I ate my lunch, I'm glad that I was treated like normal, and I'm glad they didn't hurt me. So I'm just thankful and glad for that. And so I went to my storage unit, and when I was doing videos, and they had this guy, one of the videos, the guy was sitting there like he wanted to monitor me. And then my storage space ran out when I was doing that angry rant video, saying, talking about I don't give a fuck. Well, that video, I was all mad and angry, and that video cut out, and the guy offered me a ride. After the video, after I was all mad, like after the end of the video, because that's when the video cut out and my storage space ran out, and he offered me a ride afterwards, and I'm like, no thank you, because people say be careful. But then there was a female who offered me a ride, and I almost wasn't going to, but I was freaking tired. And so I figure, some people say you can't even trust females nowadays. You can't trust them. And so I took a ride from her, and she was like, kind of scared me, and I didn't know where she was going to take me. But she took me to my storage unit, but it's like she would, not slow down before it's time to turn. And she was like speed everywhere, didn't turn on her signals like Pensacola people do. Pensacola people don't turn on their signals. But she was speeding, and she had me afraid that she was going to continue to take me somewhere else, But she turned out to be nice. And so I went to my storage unit, and I realized it was like 10:04. And I was just too angry and exhausted and tired. I'm still feeling the effects of the sleep deprivation, but I was too angry and tired to even do laundry like I planned and like I wanted to. And plus my money is lower. And so the bus was supposed to leave at 10:40, and it left 8. I know I left out from my storage unit at 10:19, and it takes 10 minutes to get to the bus stop. And so the bus left at 10:32 and did not wait for me, and I knew that was on purpose. The bus usually leave any other driver, and that bus driver has, does not leave at no fucking 10:30 or 10:32. They usually, after they turn back around, they leave at 10:40. But they knew I was coming, and it left 8 minutes early, so I was left to take a doggone cab, and that was like a little over $20. It was like $21, and I didn't even want to do that, but I had the big bag, my sleeping bag, with me, and I was just exhausted and tired. And didn't even want to spend that $21, but I did the video of the perps and the narcissistic abusers manipulate you into wasting more money or unnecessarily spending more money or inconveniencing you. That bus driver knew I was coming. So, that Jennifer lady made me so mad. She made me want to pack my stuff and leave Pensacola. But I know I feel trapped here and don't know where else I want to go. But not that I want to leave. I still like Pensacola, but I just don't. I hate the fucking bus system. I hate it. And so, she made me mad enough to not want to ride those buses anymore. But I got no choice, forced against my will, because people blocked me from my right to work and have a car and whatever. I don't even have to fulfill any dreams, but if I just have my own place, a job, and my own, just make just getting by and living off of my books, just survival. And if I can have my own car, my own vehicle to get around in, but the perps block that too. If they block you from the basic right to breathe air, they more so don't want you driving a car. They don't want you working a job. They don't want you in a home or a hotel. They want you to just exist. No, they want you to go into hiding. Like, they think that me being homeless and targeted, they think I should just, fuck off and disappear, Even go, like, the gang stalking police in Greenville, South Carolina, was supposed to be the Bible Belt. They think that I should just disappear, that homeless people should just disappear and cease to exist, and that it's a crime for homeless to be seen. But I'm glad that, Pensacola police don't really mess with me. One time a female perp police officer had harassed me and asked me and falsely accused. Why would you, if you see me as a 37-year-old, or I was 36 at the time, or maybe I was still 35, and a white police officer, a female police officer, try to say that I fit this description of a missing 12-year-old white girl. I'm like, what? What the hell? Like, why? How would a black woman in her 30s fit the description of a But I figured she was just trying to play with my head, But other than that, the police here in Pensacola, they gang stalk me and do stuff to me. But they don't tell me you can't sleep here, you can't sleep there, or unless a place of business want to call the police on me. But other than that, the police leave me alone at my sleep spot. But I told y'all what happened last night, and I showed y'all what happened earlier this morning too. Dang, I wish I had help. And I want to get to write more. But today I wish I could just write another short story, a short story, and just publish it, and just take the homeless ebook. I gotta focus more on it, and it's more serious. So it's gonna take a little more time. So thanks for listening. I just needed to vent and get that out about my anger and frustration about that fake sellout bitch Jennifer McInnis. All of ECAT. Pensacola is corrupt.